Good evening. Here is the Webcast channel news tonight. My name is Christy Doye. First, the main highlights of the news. Federal government ASU begin fresh showdown. Minister tackles lecturers. Kebbi government earmarks 3.5 billion naira for payment of outstanding gratuity to retirees. Buhari suffering from bipolar disorder. Shehu Sani. $2.8 million alleged fraud. EFCC arraigns fake FBI commander. Kogi High Court uncovers 4.8 million naira fraud. Fake tellers in state judiciary. Now the news in full. The federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU may be preparing for another showdown as the Minister of Education Adamu has insisted that the government will not pay full salaries to lecturers despite their ongoing nationwide protests. ASU had on Monday begun protests across the country to press on their demand for full pay after the federal government failed to pay them for the 8-month period the lecturers were on strike. However, Adamu, who spoke with State House correspondents in Abuja on Wednesday, insisted the protesting lecturers will not be paid for work not done in line with no work, no pay policy. It was reported that ASU, which embarked on strike in February, called off the strike industrial action in October after a court of appeal ordered them to do so. Following the development, the government paid the lecturers half salaries for the month of October while insisting that it will not pay for the 8 months they were on strike. In response, ASU began protests across the country, but the education minister declared on Wednesday that the lecturers will not be paid for work not done. The minister also reacted to the allegation made by the president of ASU, Professor Emmanuel Oshodoke, that paying the lecturers on pro rata basis was a ploy to make them casual workers. Meanwhile, Bayero University, Kano has rescheduled all academic activities, including its first semester examination, slated for November 7, 2022, following the ongoing nationwide protest declared by ASU. A statement by the Secretary Information and Publication Unit of the university, on behalf of the Registrar Bala Abdullahi, said academic activities have been postponed to a later date. The Vice Chairman ASU UK branch, Dr. Sergei Sadley, told reporters that the union decided to protest to show their total rejection of the amputated salary paid to members for the month of October 2022. Also, the University of Benin chapter of ASU has captured the federal government over its alleged attempt to criminalize the union strike action. In a statement titled "The Onslaught Against Intellectualism," read by the union chairman of the chapter, Ray Chikogu, at his secretariat in Uniben, the lecturers condemned government's decision to withhold their salaries. Also, the ASU chairman for the University of Ilorin, Professor Omiyosore Ajao, called on the federal government to pay the backlog of salaries owed members of ASU during the strike period. Speaking in an interview with a reporter, Ajao said, "The question back to them is if the work is going to be done. Will the money be paid or not? If they are saying no payment for work not done, ASU is not asking them to pay for work not done. They are asking them to pay because the work is going to be done." Meanwhile, the president, ASU Oshodeke, on Wednesday alleged that politicians were planning to privatize federal universities across the country. Speaking at a special congress of the ASU of the Joseph Sawul Taka University, formerly known as Federal University of Agriculture, Makurdi, in honor of the outgoing Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Richard Kimball, Oshodeke said the two options were being considered by the presidential candidates of some parties in the forthcoming general elections. He said, "If you don't know, they are planning to sell the universities." According to him, contrary to what is obtainable in USA, where students can easily get job and repay the loan, the situation in the country is more difficult due to the lack of jobs for graduates. He spoke at a Meanwhile, the chairperson ASU ATBU Bauchi branch, Dr. Ibrahim Nuwa, has alleged that the federal government is deliberately underfunding public universities to deny them the masses access to education through exorbitant fees. He spoke at a press conference held at the ASU secretariat shortly after staging a peaceful protest with ASU members. Also, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Saad Abubakar, on Wednesday said the recently suspended industrial action by ASU was avoidable if continuous dialogue approach had been adopted. Speaking on behalf of the Babalakin family, Dr. Wale Babalakin SAN said his late father, Justice Bola Babalakin, led an honest life and that the building was donated to Fountain University on the understanding that the institution will continue to maintain probity and discipline in its affairs. In his goodwill message, Osun State Governor Adegboyega Oyetola assured stakeholders that his administration will continue to provide conducive environment for the university to operate. Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi State has disclosed on Wednesday during the town hall meeting held at the banquet hall of the Presidential Lodge, Breeding Kebbi, that his administration has earmarked 3.5 billion naira for the payment of outstanding gratuity and retirement benefits to retired civil servants in the state. Bagudu's special advisor on media, Yahya Serki, made this known in a statement made available to newsmen on Thursday. The state government will, according to the governor, defray the outstanding gratuity and retirement benefits owed retirees from December 2021 to September 2022. He explained that the state government has made adequate arrangements to ensure that the payments were made before the end of the year. The governor also promised that his administration would not bequeath any unnecessary liabilities on the coming government in the state. The governor said the last 7 years has been horrendous for the world economy, resulting in global financial turbulence. Bagudu, who is the chairman of the APC Governors Forum, further said it is even a miracle that Nigeria has been kept together. However, every government should be judged by the challenges it faces. I'm glad that they have done their best. He commended the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning under Dr. Abbas Sani Kalgo's leadership, the Permanent Secretary Ajia Aisha Usman, and their team for ensuring that the annual budget of the state receives input from traditional rulers, associations, and other relevant bodies. He added that the 2023 budget of enduring legacies was aimed at ensuring and sustaining growth and human capital development. Former Senator for Kaduna Central, Shehu Sani, has alleged that President Muhammadu Buhari is suffering from bipolar disorder. It was gathered that bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that affects a person's mood, which can swing from one extreme end to another. It used to be known as manic depression. The former lawmaker said President Buhari, who asked Nigerians to vote for whomever they like, also recently expressed his optimism that the flag bearer of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Bola Tinubu, will win the 2023 presidential election. The president said Nigerians should vote for whoever they like and from whichever political party. The same president is asking Nigerians to vote for the candidate of his party, and he chairs the campaign committee, a bipolar disorder, Sani wrote on his verified Twitter account. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has arraigned one Ijeboy Dennis and Obade Monday Christian before Justice Abubakar Babashani of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Dennis alias Andrew Tran Uyini on Monday, who also claimed to be a commander with the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI), as well as a diplomat director, were arraigned on a 5-count charge, bordering on conspiracy and obtaining the sum of 2,822,860 United States dollar by false pretense. According to the charge, the defendants conspired to defraud one Oli Ngo, a United States citizen, while posing as American doctor stranded at Afghanistan. Counsel to the defendant, S.T. Sonny, attempted to abort the planned arraignment of the defendant as he informed the court that the defendants only received the charge and proof on evidence on Wednesday, November 16, 2022, which was the previous day to the arraignment. But his objection was overruled by the presiding judge, who ruled that the prosecution had complied with Section 35 of the Constitution by producing the defendants in court and ordered that arraignment of the defendant should proceed. Count 2 of the charge against the defendants read that two Dennis and Obade Monday, FBI aka FBI Commander Diplomat Director, Ikwogu Agon Osazo Patrick, deceased between January 2021 and September 2021 in Abuja within the jurisdiction of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory with the intent to defraud, obtain an aggregate sum of 2,822,860 United States of American dollars from Oli Ngo, a United States citizen, under the false pretense that they are American doctors stranded in Afghanistan. In view of their pleas, prosecution counsel Christopher Shelia prayed the court to set a date for trial and remand the defendants in the custody of a correctional facility, but Sani urged the court to allow the defendants in the custody of the EFCC pending determination of their bail application. Justice Babashani remanded the defendants at the Suleja Correctional Facility and adjourned the matter till January 11, 2023 for commencement of trial. Kogi State High Court has uncovered 4 million naira fraud allegedly carried out by some judiciary workers in the state. This was disclosed in a report submitted to the acting chief judge, Honorable Justice Josiah Majebi, by the Chairman Revenue Task Force, Sunday Paul. The task force was inaugurated by Honorable Justice Majebi to principally unravel possible fraudulent activities in the generation of revenue by the Kogi State High Court. Chairman of the Revenue Task Force, Sunday Paul, while presenting his findings to the acting chief judge, said they are routinely embarked on checking the account inflows of the court, in conjunction with the court's deposit money bank into which payments and fines due the court were meant to be paid. According to him, in the course of doing that, he stumbled on a syndicated mechanism where payments to the court by legal chambers, their practitioners, and other individuals were manipulated with customized bank tellers and bank stamps to defraud the court. He said the bank tellers presented as evidence of payment to the process unit, but the stamp on the teller and the signature on it were all fake. The fake signature also tallies with those of previous years as an indication of how long the fraud has been perpetrated, he stated. Responding, the acting chief judge, Justice Majebi, said the matter was already before the police for a thorough investigation. That has been the news this evening from Webcast channel. My name remains Christy Dwayne. Have a good night rest.